Or are we actually bullying him? We shouldn't be bullying him if you guys are being mean. Come on, guys. That's not cool. Okay. Inch is number one. Top tier waifu. Not even close. This guy's name is literally Force Assassin. No, it's Force Ass in. You can hardly see it through my EG moneymaker, but it's this guy means business. Show Panda's level. It's back to BB4, dude. Man, I'm just glad you're still BB4, Panda. I thought you were a goner. I really did. I saw that like Lieutenant 5 in your game. Where are we at here anyway? You see, look at this. If you queue someone, it's all better. Look, this guy's BB4. This guy's 4. This guy's 3. Look at this. This is great. Oh.
Thanks for
2 enchantresses and a Batrider. That's so good. Unfortunately, there's no other heroes in this entire pack. Last time I queued into Force Ass in, he didn't force assassins. What? That should be like reportable. Oh, God. Round 2 Smuggler, dude. Round 2 Smuggler feels so much better than Round 3 Smuggler. It's so... it's so good. Look at this, guys. The perfect start. We have an Ench level 2. We have Embarrassment on Round 1. Smuggler on Round 2. This is literally the dream opener. How could we possibly fuck this up? The literal perfect start. This is what I joined the party for. I see, Panda, look, you've got 2 enchanters. This is an embarrassment. That's fine too. Already lost. Well, I don't know, maybe. Hang on, I need to properly. I skipped breakfast this morning. You guys will have to. Oh. The question is, do we take Slark over Mr. Warlock? Oh yeah. It's actually pretty close. Honestly, I really don't like Mom. Maybe Aegis was actually low-key good this entire time. What do you guys think? Yeah? Yeah? Panda's forcing ass in.
This should be exciting.
Dude, this guy's not even forcing his ass in. What is he doing? We're against 2 axes and a Beastmaster. And he's got the warrior perk. That's not an assassin forcer. What's going on here, buddy? It's false advertising. Perfect start, doesn't pick Aegis. I think Aegis is good. I mean, I could see Aegis being decent.
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
I don't think it's great. We might have been sleeping on it this entire time, though. Another average pack. What are you gonna do?
This is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be fun, dude. Oh, Panda's got the druids up. He's online. Oh, mana burn. Dude, nobody gets the cast. It's so good. Anti-mage is such a good hero. Literally, who cast the spell that game? That guy summoned 1 log. It literally just denied like 4 units of mana. This streamer is so lucky, dude. I mean, only in this game. Normally, we're never luckiers. I don't know, is 3 warriors even worth it here? I've started kind of hating 3 warriors. Like, I lose my anti-mage. Isn't my anti-mage the source of my power? Skadi too hottie. This guy's board is also quite good. He's also shoving Druids Warriors. He's got a lot of 2 stars. Looks like he's the board to beat here. What does he have? Level 2 Tusk. So it's like it's basically the same as my board, except he has a Treant instead of a Furion. Okay. So we need this Bat Rider. Do I go Quap over Warlock?
I'm great for morale.
It doesn't really do anything here, right? I'm great for morale. I don't know. I think Kunkka's kind of overrated garbage. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I mean, he's better than Axe, though. Let's see. 59 DPS, 10 armor, 950 health, and a big AoE stun in a 5x5 grid. It just doesn't sound that good, guys. I mean, he's okay. BB4 tips? Guys, come on, not today. Come on, man. I'm very vulnerable here. We'll do this. Casual 2% Kunkka. I don't know, I'd rather find like a troll warlord. I think I can't hit this interest point without making my future weaker. Nah, just kidding. I'm never gonna need Axe. This Axe hero is just useless. Slark is only useful if we get like Retaliate, basically, in which case he's really useful all of a sudden. But I'd rather hit this early interest point. Just feels better. Sand King in case we got 3 Slarks and we know what we're doing. Dude, where are all the Assassin Forcers? Check out Panda's board. Oh, Panda knows what's up. He's running the Druids. He's running the AM. This is a man who gets it. I hit the conch. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, see? We're both on Kunkka. Panda, do you agree with me? Is this hero overrated? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's an alright hero. Like, I'd just do all that, right?
Come on, guys.
I mean, we can I don't think we need anything on our bench here. We can ensure we hit this interest points. And we can do like kind of aggressive level up on rounds 9. I've been doing this a lot. It's good if you're like trying to actually like, you know, fight for the board like a normal human being. End of game, you always wish you had silence. Or like humans are disruptor. I don't know. I mean, it's true. It is true that the human silence can be useful late game. but he needs to pair with something else, and it's also only a percentage chance. I think most late game situations are better resolved with better positioning. So we could hit this interest point if we sold our entire bench. I don't mind selling the 2 Bat Riders, but selling the 2 CKs might be a little awkward. I mean, a CK level 2 is a pretty neat thing. It's gonna do a decent amount for a while. So I think I'm okay skipping this interest point. Play for our bench aggressively here. Here's the second Aegis we're offered this game. We just take Brooch of the Aggressor like a normal human being, right? Cool down 10 seconds. I don't mind this one, I can go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we can again sell our entire bench for this interest point. We can do it all over again. I don't know. It's a little tricky. My board is tight. My board doesn't really need improvements, but at the same time, a double CK is like a 7th unit, or maybe to like, maybe my board just doesn't need anything. Maybe I could have sold out of this. Like, normally, double CK feels so good, but how do I even fit this in? It's really hard. And we just cleared the creep round unlike last time we made this decision, so we know we're not getting forced into, like, Age of Chivalry or something that might actually give us a different direction. Nobody's on Knights right now, though. We do have a build that's, like, it's not uncurvable into Knights. It's not impossible. Is there a hotkey for lock that I accidentally pressed? I think I do that sometimes. Q. Oh. Yeah, that's like the second time I've done that. Huh, interesting. This is fine. Honestly, what do you guys think of 6 elusive? I think 6 elusive is kind of low key. A Force Assassins guy. He only has 2 assassins? What the heck? They both have blink daggers? Okay. This guy is actually just trolling. What the fuck? I mean, there's no way I can actually fit this Bat Rider in, right? If the game gives you elves, I think heavy elusive can get you top 4 comfortably, but that's the limit of it. Sounds about right. But I don't think I really want knights right now. It's kind of awkward. I think we can't really do enough with this. I'd honestly feel like I gain more utility from benching Slark. Yeah, we could have had like 2 more gold here. Doom has to be better than Kunkka, right? At this point in the game. I mean, he hits so hard. And he's got Doom. He's such a chunker, dude. Look at this damage, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It would have been, it probably would have been correct to sell our entire bench. We'd have a decent amount more economy by now. Kunkka was giving you humans as well with Lycan. Humans at this point in the game? How valuable is that? It's not bad. I don't know if I value it that much, though. I probably should have sold out of these druids as well. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, in my mind, if I upgrade Furion, it's a good replacement to either the tree to get a 3-star druid or enchantress. There's nothing I can really do here to hit this interest point, though, which is kind of sad for me. I do like this Mask of Madness. Mask has to be doing more than Aegis this game. For sure. I don't really like Mask as an item that much, but I mean, it's better than Aegis. When do you invest for 3-star units? I haven't been doing it basically at all lately. I don't really like it right now in this meta. Pretty easy round, 15 Skadi. Feels good. Honestly, Brute on Enchantress isn't even that bad. She has problems getting her mana fast enough because she's ranged, so she's not really taking damage here. I like this. When he played Juggernaut more, he's kind of bad. His tags aren't amazing. I think the Brawny tag is basically useless. I shouldn't say basically useless. That's an exaggeration, but it's pretty weak compared to other things. He doesn't really do that much as a hero. And most importantly, he's 2 cost early, so you can't really even try to upgrade him. 1 costs are much better than 2 costs early. In terms of like your ability to upgrade them and not losing out on value from reselling them when you do. Like 2 costs just kind of suck. They cost like more interest gold, more resell gold cost from not getting it back. They're like literally like 5 times harder to actually upgrade to 2 stars. Which is crazy, because 2 stars are going to be winning you the early game, not 2 costs. Something like Slardar at least feels like it does more, and is kind of like scalable more into the late game, especially with stuff like Retaliate as well. So probably level 1 Kunkka, in this case over something like a level 1 Slark. Nothing fancy to do here, right? I wouldn't mind getting like a Warlock pair online. We're at the point where our druids are like maybe starting to think about falling off. I don't want our druids to fall off. This is the guy that holds a pair of Slarks since forever. Yeah, I mean, we're not in the early game anymore. I'm talking about like the early game where you're seeing like 1 cost and 2 costs, and 2 costs kind of suck. We're in the mid game where like combining something and reselling it is okay if that can carry your board for a while. We have a Mask of Madness, you know. And, you know, we can even deny this guy his Slark level 2 a little bit. That third factor is like a non-factor, but it's kind of funny. Skadi work equally in ranged and mage here. Ranged and melee heroes. The slow is the same at 45 attack speed. The duration lasts 2.5 seconds on ranged heroes. I think a bit of lag here. It's weird. I think a Slark 2 with a mom can just like carry mid-game situations really hard. Even like a little bit into the late game. Druids are underrated IMO? Maybe. Depends on who they're rated by. I mean, literally everyone like BB3 and up is spamming druids every time they can. I mean, even every big boss player is doing this already, right? Druids were underrated like probably like 5 days ago. It's like the cool thing to do now, though. Oh yeah, Slark. I don't know, dude. You have to give so much respect when you have Masculinus. Slark level 2 just demands so much respect. It's kind of crazy. And like, we wish we would have gotten him a little bit earlier, kept our streak alive a bit more. Is a fight deterministic once it begins, i.e. all heroes, items, and positions are locked in? I believe we live in a deterministic universe. That being said, there's a lot of like RNG in the fights. What do you mean?
Everyone ready?
The fight is determined the moment it begins. The animations just play a lot slower. Yeah, I mean, sure, that's true. It doesn't really matter anymore now that you can't see it updated on the scoreboard early. But there's a lot of RNG in terms of like after the positions and the heroes and everything else. There is a lot of RNG in terms of like how the algorithms will choose what attacks what, etc. We can take like an aggressive level here. I think it's fun. We're just gonna be seeing slightly better packs by doing this, basically. So here we need to sell up to this interest point. I think that's just an easy Witch Doctor. Now that we're on the interest points, we'll take the Furion. I guess upgrading this is worth it for a few rounds. Why not? Does the 100% magic part from Alliance break the Knight Alliance? Or does it reduce the magic damage? The Mage Alliance? I'm not sure exactly how the math behind Mage and Knights interact with each other. Except that, I mean, neither trivializes the other. And Mages feel like they're not super insanely good against Knights, so... I mean, there's nothing weird going on with that interaction. Pocket Sand. Second Skadi gives you less value than the first one. I think it still just has to be better than Mechanism, though. I feel like it's... I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about Mechanism. Yeah, I guess we're just doing this. I mean, this is the best board we can have, right? So we lose Elusive by not having Tree, but we gain a 3-star Druid, which is pretty nice. And Kunkka at 1 will still be able to do a decent amount with his ship as well. I think we might want the Brooch to be on Kunkka now. An earlier, like, stun is going to be nice. Slark's going off. Oh, he's getting targeted. And if that Slark didn't get targeted, we'd be good. It's like all of our damage, though. This anti-mage is wrecking us, dude. This, like, mana steal is so good. Like, none of my heroes can do anything. So, this guy's just getting swarmed with a lot of logs. Oh, the hook! I don't know, man. These, like, living logs that just literally run up and punch this guy's dudes are actually pretty good, it turns out. Do you prefer Underlords Druid mechanic to auto chess? Nope. I like auto chesses more. I like Enchcoin as a concept. Enchcoin is neat.
Reaping is coming.
You just say reaping? Is Alchemist actually better than Kunkka? Alchemist is quite good. We don't need Kunkka for the warrior here. The stun might be better for Slark being our main win condition right now. Because Slark mostly wants to be paired with something that keeps him alive, as opposed to something that accelerates his damage. Because he already does so much damage, he just needs to be kept alive, and he can just kill the entire enemy team. And a stun is, you know, very, very defensive, so you're going to be able to get that. It's possible in this situation Kunkka might be better. We could also have it like over something like anti-mage right now. Nah, that can't be right. Anti-mage is too good. We could also just be double fisting dooms, right? Wait, why not just do this? Is this actually better? Can you explain why so many people like Gara like Drow on start? I like Drow on start. Right now Drow is probably my... Yeah, let me actually check. What am I thinking right now? I like... Top 1 is Enchantress, 2 Tiny, 3 Batrider, 4 Drow. Batrider and Drow are like very close for me. Probably, maybe Drow over Batrider. It's very close, and then 5 is like anti-mage. I mean, Drow, if you can get her with a Pudge early, is really nice. I don't know. Gara likes hunters, right? This Drow's losing to a level 1 though, so I don't know. Obviously, we're just past the point of tusks, so that's fine. This is probably okay. We've got a pretty aggressive level 9. Wow, where is everyone's health? Me and Cromwell are the only 2 people in this lobby with health. What's going on? Why do you like anti-mage? Because he prevents opponents from casting spells. He's got Demon Hunter, which is a really valuable tag because it disables opponents' demons. He steals mana. He's adjacent to druids. Like, it's not uncommon that you can like complete elusives with like Treant and Furion, and that's a pretty sweet thing. Or even like Treant, Enchantress, and Luna and CK anti-mage is like a pretty tight combo as well. I don't know. There's a lot of things it does, I would say. I guess this Doom upgrade is worth it for a while. I mean, Doom is a good unit. I don't know if he needs this anymore, though. It's cooldown on Storm. 15 seconds. So we need to be able to beat this Cromwell guy. Hey, this guy has 3 druids, 3 elusives, and 2... Huh. He's got 3 druids? Wait, why does he have 3 druids? He was at 4 recently, I think. If you have Tree 2-star, would you want to lose 2 beasts and get elusive? Sometimes, for sure. I mean, Retaliate's so broken, but it's kind of like... I don't know if it's that good in endgame scenarios. We're kind of already past the mid-game, and Dagon is also something... I'm not honestly sure how to evaluate Dagon. I think it's kind of really good. Also, apparently it's broken with how... apparently this is broken with Warlocks. So Warlocks want to be able to deal damage. Any damage that's sourced to a Warlock will trigger the Life Leech, right? To get more value out of that. So the idea is that when you have a Warlock that's dealing damage, you know, it'll heal things extra, which is neat. So like it just healed himself because of that Dagon if you're watching, which is cool. But also apparently, and I don't know if this is true, someone said it in Twitch chat, but apparently items that have actives will actually count for the Warlock link as well. So when this is activated, it'll start a new link. Dragons have scales. DK should be scaled. The buff Retaliate needs. Yeah, Retaliate's just not good enough already. I mean, the only board I'm really scared of is this Cromwell guy's board. I think I can actually just go to 10, honestly. I've been getting like naturally good packs, so I don't really need to be rolling here. I should be positioning in a way that makes me good against Cromwell's board though, because that's the board I'm most scared of. I'm not too vulnerable to assassins here. I still have like pretty tanky things in back, so I don't really mind all this scrambling. This guy's got just a bounty level 3. He's got the Skadi slow on his attacks too. Dude, Skadi slow is so good. I mean, it's my Slark level 2 versus his Slark level 2. But his Slark is attacking my Slark. Wait. How did my Slark just die? Wait, what hit it? Was it like 1 TA attack? That's awkward. The casual Medusa. So Medusa's quite neat here. She completes Snaga temporarily with this. I think we can just be out of AM at this point. This is the point in the game where AM, I think, feels a little bit lackluster. Honestly, that could even be wrong. I mean, AM being able to drain mana at this point in the game, maybe I'll bench him. That can't be right. I mean, he's an entire unit, right? And we're not even going to level 3. How good is AM in, like, super late game? Of course, Medusa Skadi is just, like, completely insane. It's not even fair. It's a 45 attack slow. It's 45, which means, so her shots go on 4 different units, maximum. On average, the average is probably within a stone's throw of 3, because she's not going to be hitting her maximum that often. Okay, let's call the average, I think it's safe to call the average like 3.2 or 3.3, right? Something in that range. Let's settle for a nice even 3.25, okay? So she's hitting 3.25 targets on average with split shot, right? Skadi is minus 45% attack speed. It doesn't stack, as far as I know, it shouldn't stack with another separate Skadi, although maybe it does actually. So that's why the second Skadi might be doing less if they're attacking the same target. But at, you know, we can obviously just like round to 50 because it's basically the same thing. And she's basically reducing the damage attack and like mana gain of, on average, over 3 separate units by half each, which is like having like 1.5 less units in terms of both attack damage and mana gain from attacks, which is insane. That's actually silly. And when something dies, she switches targets, and like I think on average the buff is even on more than 3.25 things at once. I think on average it's even higher than that. That's a little late for this treant, my friend. It's like I might have even taken it as recent as last turn. Let's just start shoving our good shit in here, huh? I'm still kind of okay with the idea of anti-mage even. Yo, I'm hitting some lag here. Is this on my end, or are the servers a little weird? Alchemist is pretty sweet. Daedalus versus Pipe. Dude, I don't know. I'm not actually sure how I feel about that anymore. Like, Cromwell's doesn't really deal much magic damage, which makes me think I'd like Daedalus. That's not necessarily an easy one, though. And, like, I'm not sure if I have too good of a Daedalus holder here. Like, Doom's good with Daedalus. range, the bounce range on Chain Frost is so large. I guess we can stay in Kunkka. How much is Slark actually doing in these fights? I think this is kind of the point of the game where like you've got the Tidehunter to replace him. This has to be the point where I have to feel like I'm getting out of Slark. This Mask of Madness is just like dead at this point, but it's already done more for me than Aegis will do. I don't know. Maybe this isn't that point yet. Well, Slark is still a neat thing, right? Anti-mage. This is sloppy. His anti-mage is right in front of my Enigma. How does Midnight Pulse choose a target? So we're down to 3 here. Yeah, it's time to get out of Slark. It was probably time a few rounds ago. That's fine. And this Mask of Madness will just stay probably unequipped for the rest of the game, and that's fine. It doesn't really need to be doing anything at the end. It's done enough. Three warriors. 3 warriors is not really doing much right now. I should be respecting positioning more as well. This is like, I should like just spend the rest of my gold and just focus on positioning. It's pretty dumb to be like playing for interest right now. I do this shit too often. It's like the late game is all about like just getting good positioning anyway. So Chromal's board, he repelled me, so we're heads up. This is quite interesting. So let's have a close look at this. He's got Vicious Intent, which is kind of Monka. We're in the creep rounds next round. Let's take a look at what we can actually do here. So Anti-Mage is on second. Radiant's there. He's like just tightly packed with Medusa. Anti-Mage on second. I'm moving my stuff around a little bit too late. I think this is fine though. I want... His Pudge has Vanguard on third. His Anti-Mage has Mana Burn on second. I feel like my board should be better than his, or at least about close. It does have like a spooky amount of 3 stars though. So that positioning setup we're good. We should have won on his board as well. Yeah, okay. So we won on both boards, now we can chill. So we're going to chill through 35. We're going to spend all of our gold on 35. The question is, what are we looking for? And I think it's really important to basically know what you're going to do in advance. There's this idea in games where there's like 2 sorts of strategy mentalities you can have, which is like being... There's this idea of either being very fast at decision making in the moment, or just being very prepared and knowing like what your full plan is so that you don't really have to make decisions in the moment, right? You can just know what you can have an idea of like an eternal like flowchart for what you're going to do and what you're looking for, right? So the question is, what are we looking for? Obviously, upgrades to what we have now in terms of like Gyrocopter would be able to fit him in. Tidehunter is obviously like a big upgrade to what we have now. We already have the Enigma 2-star, right? The Techies as the upgrade. And I think the most important thing is just like spending all of our gold and not getting caught up in stupid nonsense. We can also go for deny picks, but it looks like he's not even working on anything. I'm not sure if I like Refresher more than Shiva's. I think Shiva's is kind of insane. And he's grouped up as well. I don't know. Shiva's hits the entire board. I'm not too sure about this one. I know Refresher's kind of OP, but so is Shiva's. So we want to put the armor on something that doesn't really necessarily want to get its ult off fast. Whereas like Tidehunter, we know... With Tidehunter, it's not important to get it off fast. So he's moving his units around, he wants to like respect our positioning. The most important thing is that Enigma, and so he's just switching to the other side, which means we're gonna do basically the same thing. We're gonna do this. So Doom into Anti-Mage looks pretty good, and we want Tidehunter and Techies to be basically close enough to. Ooh, our tree got chunked. That's a big deal. The fact that, or sorry, not our tree, our Tidehunter. Our Tidehunter died before it could get Ravage off, which does kind of suck there. Looks like our good stuff is decent here, but we are taking, are we good? I think we won on his board, right? Yeah, we won on his board easily, just because our Tide didn't get super chunked on his board. Skipped Recruiter, lol. Dude, Recruiter. Man, talk about, like, everyone was on Boots of Speed, but, like, Recruiter at this stage in the game is, like, I would sooner take, like, a Boots of Speed. Oh man, I actually didn't even want another Enigma here. Like we lose Heartless. So he's moving too fast. He's doing this with like 6 seconds left, so every single time I can just look at his board and be like, okay, his Anti-Mage is here, let me put my Doom in front of it, right? So, our Tidehunter died again before getting Ravage off, which just sucks. There's just so much damage going around. I should put a Skadi on it. It's very dumb that a Skadi isn't on a Tidehunter right now. So, when you're trying to get, like, big team fight ulti off, you might notice, like, I put Shivas on Kunkka. And the reason for that is because the plus health will help you get a team fight ulti off. Plus armor will literally make it harder. Do not put plus armor on a unit that's struggling to get an ult off as fast as possible. Now, the plus health on Tidehunter is going to be very valuable. Double Enigma. Yeah, I guess we can look at this DPS. See, Enigma's not even on the charts, guys. Like, you guys think this Enigma here is good. So if you're Cromwell right now, you're panicking, you're thinking about, like, spreading out. We can see he's also, like, spending his gold. He's being kind of greedy with gold. And one thing we can do to punish that is, basically, we know he's not going to have enough time to change enough about his positioning, right? Because he's looking at the gold. But let's look. I mean, he's been... so his Anti-Mage ended up in front of Disruptor. That's okay. I think Tidehunter will be able to Ravage now, and we don't need Disruptor as much because he's not super spell-based. So the Skadi allows the Ravage to go off. It's really dumb that Skadi wasn't on it sooner, honestly. I should have had it on, like, this entire time. That's just sloppy of me. So Vicious Intent is up. Let's see how many units are surviving. Because all he needs to do is basically win... Is he good with one fight? Vicious Intent is really scary. Is that actually 35? Nah, it's just 19. And he died on his board as well. He's going to move this Anti-Mage at the last second, I think. Or maybe he's watching to see if I'll do it. Yeah, he moved it in front of Tidehunter. I'm not honestly sure whether I'd want Ravage or this to go off. The one thing is, if it's in front of Tidehunter, it's possible if he kills Tidehunter fast enough, it might attack Techies next. And Techies Bomb needs to go off. This Techies Bomb is what is winning me fights, basically. Lich for Necro. Pretty sure this Lich level 2 is what we want, guys. I think I'm being trolled. So, he'll probably move again. It's around 40. There's no interest point to play for there. That was Enigma damage. Yeah, Enigma did a lot that game as well. I mean, I wish I had, like, Arcane Boots or something. Maybe I should be looking for, like, a Crystal Maiden. What if a Crystal Maiden level 1 is better than my, like, second Enigma? Late game gets so weird. All logic gets thrown out the window. Like, I just need to get my spells off faster. That's the only thing that matters. When you just click his view board button, I should do that. Let me actually do that. Is it like a toggle that stays on as a setting? which is not better than Necker. Necker is a Warlock, so no. Refresher. Refresher is pretty solid. I don't think I can put it on something like Techies. I honestly don't know if Refresher is better than Dig on here. Okay. That's probably a trolly thing to say. I wish it was Lich, but we're gonna have to do this. Game is ending too fast. So now that he's level 2, he no longer needs, I think, the we'll do this. Should have had enough time to look at his board. It's sloppy. We got the bomb off. I wanted to make sure I didn't put the refresher on it too early, which was, it's just stupid to even think about that. Yo, Toys, welcome to the 180K club, man. It's just, it's kind of dumb to even have that line of reasoning. I mean, if he's smart, he's going to be looking at what I'm doing anyway, right? I don't think there's anything fancy to be doing here, honestly. I don't know. I could see Daedalus being on Deuce instead of Skadi. So his Tidehunter's middle now. I'll probably move his anti-mage again. It's just a guessing game, because if you're moving at the very last second, I can't predict it. So we've got the Tidehunter with the Refresher Ravage, which should actually be able to go off here. Should get both Ravages off. There's both. Oh, he got the Ravage off. We got the Bomb off. We got Pulse and Bomb. We have to be good if we have Pulse, Bomb, and Scream, right? Everything is just dying. He might actually be dead here. 15. Is he good for 15? Yeah, that's it. Alright, so that was pretty sloppy, honestly. I still need to get better at heads up. I still need to get better. Okay, so we got Big Boss 5. So one more good win and we're probably good for Lord. I will, it's so hard. I need to figure out a way to practice. I think the best way to practice late game spots. So, is Big Boss 5 bullyable? Yeah, all my friends are Lord right now, guys. I'm not, listen, look. When I get to Lord, then we can be pogging.